Let's take a look at Oklo Inc., ticker OKLO. First, I want to learn a little bit about this company. So Oklo Inc. is a designer of small modular reactors based in Santa Clara, California, founded in 2013, focuses on fast reactor SMR plants. So small, what does that say? Small modular reactors. Co-founder Sam Altman served as an early CEO. So, okay, that's probably why it's been running the way that it has for the last year, up 373% in the last year, and it topped out at about 174. Let's take a look at the charts. I'm sure that's why we're actually here. This is the log chart for OKLO weekly time frame. Really nice symmetry. By the way, this chart implies that it is destined, in my mind, this is not financial advice, but it is destined to at least come down to this channel right here. And the way that we arrived at this expansion angle, guys, just so that you guys see it, is we connected this bottom down here and this bottom, whoops, and this bottom down here. And we extended that up. Okay, the symmetry in the charts, guys, is it's not unique to Oklo. It's in every chart. The market maker algorithms that trade these things know exactly what they're doing, that set these ranges. So this chart implies it's gonna, and this is not financial advice. This is just personally how I see it. It sold off beyond where it should have stopped if this was going to serve as support in my mind. It would have stopped around 87.4. And it looks like it has sold off to, oh no, that's where, okay, I got to zoom in to get a better read on that. So it should have stopped at about 89, and it sold all the way down through there to 87.42, which in my mind sets a bias to the downside here. The 200-day moving average, which is that blue line right here on my trading view chart, that's the 200-day right there, is down at 71. Next week, it'll probably be a little bit higher, maybe like 71.25, something like that. And it looks to next week. I mean, if it puts in a major red bar next week, I'll be on watch for a sell-off down as low as 72.4 next week, where it's going to coincide right there with the 200-day moving average and support. But my bias is to the downside. And again, not financial advice, but I'm just telling you what the charts are showing me. This is Oklo on the log scale again, but a different way of looking at it. The way we looked at it here, we connected the tops. Okay, so we connected that and this, and we pulled it down. And this implies Oklo could sell off in a broader downtrend. If it loses the 200-day moving average, guys, it could sell off down to like below 50. I mean, it all depends on when you get there. So the way that I'm looking at it right now would be last trading week of January, $48.20. Now, I'm not saying that that is likely. The more extreme these moves sound, the less likely they are, but that needs to be accepted as like a range of a potential outcome. You know what I mean? And that would be like, to me, I already set up an alert. You know, if it gets down here, that's where I'm looking to buy. I want best entries because I don't need to be trading Oklo. I can trade anything, right? I want the pristine 10 out of 10 setups. To me, I'd be considering that down here in the around 50. Again, it all depends on when you get there. So let's say it chops here and then gets down here. Then I'd be buying it at 58 right here. And that would be in like March of 2026. You guys see what I'm talking about? Here's another view. Actually, that's the same chart. Okay, we got that. Where's the linear chart? Let me pull this up. I know I had the, yeah, there it is. The linear chart for Oklo would imply that there is support down at 85.8. So if you're looking for a bounce, 85.8 would be, and if you have a strong bias to the upside, 85.8 would be where I would look for a bounce. To get this view, by the way, we looked at that top right there, this top right here, and then we also connected those two wicks right there. So this is a very symmetrical chart. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the weekly time frame. Perfect symmetry on this view. But this is a linear chart. And if it's already going for its third test of this bottom support in 5 weeks, it's going to be in 5 weeks. Actually, I mean, honestly, if next week opens up, look at this. Depending on where it opens Monday, you might see a sell-off start right away. Like it closed at 87.42. If anybody thinks that's a random level, it's not. Look at this. If it opens up at 87.42, it's going to be beneath this support. And it's going to sell off probably rapidly to the 200-day moving average, which again is probably going to be at about 71 point, something. I'm guessing right now it's not going to show us until the market opens on Monday, but hopefully you're seeing that bias to the downside for a reason. And then here's the monthly RSI. I prefer to look at really high time frame, guys, because I want those pristine 10 out of 10 setups. No need for me to sacrifice anything. I love looking at high time frame. Monthly RSI is telling me just that. By the way, you want to know why it sold off when it did, or at least a signal that maybe you want to trim your position? You would have gotten a signal, just drawing a line. I know it's hard to see, my bad. That white line that I just drew, I mean, it would have basically told you to suggest to trim, and this is monthly, so it would have had you trimming last month, which is probably not that useful because I'm summarizing, broad stroking here, but all I'm saying is it broke that uptrend that started in August of 2024, capped out with an overbought RSI up at 86.6. By the way, overbought can stay overbought for a long time, so I'm not trying to say that that's like a bad thing to be overbought, but as soon as it breaks that uptrend, you're going to want to trim. And I mean, there's room to sell off here in terms of the monthly RSI until you get down to this line right here. And I'm going to go ahead and set my alert. Oklo monthly RSI at support. If you guys are interested in getting these pristine, I call them 10 out of 10 perfect entries, check out Market Symmetry on sale for only $19 a month, link below. What would it be worth to you to get access to my trade alerts that are based on high time frame, high probability setups in the charts and momentum oscillators? You'll also get access to me to request new charts or updated existing charts. And we're going to establish high time frame price targets that could be either to the upside or the downside. I then set up automated alerts in TradingView, and Market Symmetry Pro members are alerted immediately when they trigger. So if that sounds like something that would benefit you and your trading or investing, I look forward to seeing you inside.